I couldn't sleep, so I figured I'd do a video before bed. Um, I was asked how did I get into like BDSM stuff, and instead of writing like a long drawn out story, I decided that it would be better if I just like make a video about it. Um, so I got into BDSM stuff like, how old was I? I guess about like 25 was when I officially started working in like a dungeon and learned more about it. But when I was in the military, I was like really kinky back then. So my makeup's a little messed up. Um so yeah, like in the military I was pretty kinky. Um like it turns out after the military I learned my mother, I use that term very loosely. I'd rather say the thing that spawned me was a dom, like she told me, and so I'm a switch. um and we were actually like considering opening a dungeon together, um but that fell through. And then I ended up moving to the city, and I saw like I was doing these gigs, like I worked a regular 9 to 5 job, but I also like did dancing at nighttime. I'm an insomniac, so I don't sleep very much, and I never have. And so I did some dancing. At some point I got sick and I couldn't keep up with the two jobs. So then I just started doing like gigs on the weekends, like modeling gigs. And you know, there was this like one guy who I worked with that would just want to work out with me. And he would do that by like basically lifting me over his head like I was the weights, and he would work out with me that way. And I think I would be like topless or something like that. I can't really remember, but I did that for a while, and that was before I like, yeah, I looked online one time on Craigslist and I saw, a BDSM gig, and I decided to check it out, and I really loved it. I learned more about it, and people were like, "Oh, you're a natural, whatever." Definitely was. It was like I found my home in that. And after I moved out of the city, I just did like online stuff, and I've been doing like online stuff and in person, and all kinds of cool stuff. So right now I'm not doing in person, but I will again. Definitely on my list of things to do, but there's definitely a lot of other things I want to do because I kind of want to get into the filming and more networking and stuff like that. So, yeah, that's my story on how I got into BDSM stuff. It's like something that I was probably always into. I remember like when I was like 17 years old, I realized my first fetish was like foot fetish, and I just like loved feet and like touching people's feet and rubbing them and giving them foot massages and like taking care of them and cleaning them and sucking on them and licking them, and just I just really liked feet. And that was like my very first fetish that I realized I had. And after that, like when I started working in the dungeon, they said to look up all the BDSM terminologies and stuff like that, and I just always like trying new and different things, and I like variety and experimenting, so it's just like it branched out from there, and now I'm into like so much stuff. There's like not a whole lot that I'm not into, so yeah, that is it. That's how I got into it. It's probably something I was into for a very long time. That is all. Bye bye. Good night.